Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out my RC collection. There are a lot of them, so let's get started. The first one is a FMS 1/18 scale Chevy K10. It's a really scaled body. It's got front and rear lights. It's got an interior. It's got a hood that opens. Right now it's completely stock, so nothing has been done to it. I might put a few upgrades in the future. So yeah, this is the K10. Next up we have this is the FMS 1/24 scale K5 Blazer. This thing, I really love the body on this one. This one has an absolutely amazing body. Super detailed grille. It's got front and rear lights, and this thing's like brand new, no upgrades to it yet. And the next one we have is this is a Traxxas TRX4M Bronco that's completely upgraded. Like, it's fully done. It's got a front bumper. It's got a bunch of brass and metal to give it weight. It's got skid plates as metal drive lines from Traxxas. It's got a motor from Injora with a heat shield on it. It's got a bunch of like body stickers on it. It's got a light kit installed in it. It's got an interior in it. The only thing it really needs is some new rims and tires. So next up we have a FMS FCX 1/18 scale Land Cruiser, Toyota Land Cruiser LC80. Super detailed body. FMS does a really good job with their bodies, as you can see. This thing's pretty much like, it comes upgraded from the factory. It's got portal axles, full bearings. It's got a 2-speed gearbox in it. It's got a really good motor, and the bodies comes with a roof rack, all lights. You got the fog lights, the front lights, you got signals, rear lights, and this thing's just fully loaded from the factory. Really like this one. Next up we have my 1/18 scale Traxxas TRX4M High Trail. This is the Ford F-150 Ranger edition. I use this one quite a lot. It's really fun to like just mess around with it and take it to some like trails and stuff. Really cool. It's got a metal steering servo, and that's all the upgrades it has. I do plan on making this one like a scale truck. Probably some B-lock rims and some like accessories for like the bed, maybe an interior, the light kit, and probably like some new bumpers. And then next up we have, this is the FMS LC80 Toyota Land Cruiser. This is the first version of this one. So this is the newer this is the older version for this one. This one doesn't come with like portal axles. It doesn't come with a 2-speed gearbox. This is like the more of the plain one, but I still really do love it. This one has an interior, as you can see in there, and the newer version does not have an interior, which is tinted. But this is just a cool one, just to like compare them side by side. And that's about it. No upgrades to this one. And then we'll be moving on to, this is my, I think it's a 1/18 or 1/24 scale FMS Atlas 6x6. So it's six wheels. Really good for like off-road mudding, stuff like that. It's got a pretty detailed body on it. This one's also all stock, no upgrades done to it. It's got front and rear headlights and taillights. And that's about it for this one. And then we have a RC four-wheel drive Land Rover Defender. This one has a super detailed body. It's got an interior. It's got taillights. Super detailed overall. And under the body, it's all stock except for some better rear shocks and some beadlock rims and some tires. Other than that, it's all stock. Really good really good build. Very scale. I love this one. It's a really good one. Next up, we have this is a 1/16 scale Losi Mini JRX-T limited edition. This one is super fun to take to like the beach, to take to like parks. It's just super fun just to drive around. It's pretty dusty. Yeah, this is a limited edition, so I was right there. This one's number 478 out of 5,000. It's a pretty low number. It's pretty good condition. I mean, I use it, but not that often. Next up, we have this is actually my first ever RC crawler that I got probably like 3 or 4 years ago. It's a Panda Hobby 1/18 scale little Bronco. Really fun truck. No upgrades onto it. And it's a bit like an older version, so it's outdated. Doesn't really have any like good parts like metal stuff on it or portal axles or anything like that. But it has a light bar. It's got working lights in the front and in the rear. And yeah, this one's really cool. I like it. Next up, we have another FMS right here. This is the FJ40 or the FJ something. FJ's Cruiser. There we go. And this one, it needs some rims, a steering servo, and an ESC because those got all burnt out and took it for some water. And the wheels, I used it for another project. But yeah, this one's like super mint. There's like no scratches on it. Really detailed. It's got an interior, complete interior. Also another one I really like. I might be fixing this one up in the future. Next up, we have another Panda Hobby. This is a 6x6 Jeep. This one also does not have any rims on it. It also needs an ESC and a steering servo. It has front lights, rear lights, and I haven't driven this one in a very long time, so I'm not too sure of how it performs, but it's cool. So there it is. Under the body, it's a pretty big motor it has in it. This one also doesn't have any upgrades on it. So yeah. Next up, we have, this is another Losi. Well, actually there's two of them. Here's the first one. None of these are upgraded. These are all just stock. But they're really nice, fun on the beach, and they're very reliable. They don't really break ever. Like I took this one through salt water, through sand, give it a nice rinse off and clean it up, and it still works perfectly fine. So this is a very reliable one. Next up, we got, this is a cheaper one. This is a WPL Toyota pickup. Really like the body. It's got an interior in it. It's pretty cool. No updates done to it. And yeah, it's got front headlights that work. Taillights don't work. It has an opening rear toolbox in the back, so that's cool. I might be upgrading this one soon. So yeah, next up we have another one of my favorites. This is a 1/16 scale, another WPL Toyota Land Cruiser. I absolutely love the Land Cruisers. This one I painted the fender flares black just to give it a better look. I added like some accessories in the back, and then I also added some better shocks because the original ones are super hard, so they don't really crawl very well. That's what's done with this one. It's pretty cool. And this one I'm planning on getting some new wheels and tires. These are kind of super hard tires. So yeah. Next up we have, I'm not sure of the name of this one. This is one off like Amazon. Pretty cheap. That was a really cool body though. It's like a Hummer H1 body. It's really cool. And it's got like spare wheel that actually functions. It's got a light bar. It's got front and rear headlights and taillights. It's got metal frame. It's got metal shocks. It's got a metal driveline. Pretty cool. Really fun to just like. This is more of like a kind of like a basher, not too much of a crawler. Next up we have this is a 1/12 scale Team Associated little trail truck. This is probably like my second RC I've ever had, so I've had this one for a very long time. No upgrades done to it. I don't really think it needs any upgrades. It's like really good as it is, as it comes. So yeah. Next up we have this is my Arrma Senton 1/10 scale. It's got a brand new body on it, some brand new wheels and tires, and then as of right now it needs a motor and a clutch. It's got also metal like suspension pieces. I put a 3S Spectrum in it, which is really fast and perfect for like the beach. I mean, this thing goes super fast. Really fun truck. Next up we have my Axio SCX 10. This is the early Bronco. This is a discontinued version. Really scale body. It's got a full interior. It's like all like the shifter, handbrake, full drive, all that. And then under here, it's like completely brand new. Got a 2S battery in there. This thing's all stock. It got a 2-speed gearbox and a dig function, which is really cool. Helps a lot on the trail. Took it to the beach once. Really fun. Another one of my favorites. And then last but not least, we have, this is a 1/10 scale Traxxas T-Max. This is a bit different from all the other ones. This is a nitro, so it's got actually like a little engine in there. This thing is really fun to like hear the sound on it, and I mean, it sounds cool. It's really fast as well. It runs. Everything works on it. Really love this truck. I really do love it. It's a fun truck and surprisingly, this Nitro I have is actually pretty reliable. Like usually they're not too reliable, but this one, it's like a brand new one, so that's why. It's got a 2-speed gearbox in there. Over here you got the throttle line right here. You got the brakes. This is the reverse servo. There's the gas tank. It's got a metal chassis. Really cool. Really cool truck. And yeah, that's it. I got, I think, 21 cars, so RC cars. It's quite a big collection, but they are really fun and I enjoy them a lot, so they're worth it. If you guys want to let me know, like if you guys want me to buy one so I can review it, let me know down in the comments. Or if you guys want to see like a separate video on like just a certain one, just let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Really cool. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.